Hello?
Gary?
Yeah.
Okay. No, the only reason why I'm calling, of course, Ted and I are camping right now, just about an hour from Tampa. But anyway, of course, Rachel called me just all freaking out. Is Julia okay? That's all I need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, really, Rachel and David, I think they're going to drive me to insanity. But David's saying that Julia's going to leave the country and you know, and all that stuff, and she's with a cold. I mean, I don't know where he comes up with this stuff. He's watching too much TV. But so she's okay, and I guess she's down in Roanoke or wherever with Chris, right?
Yeah, she's with the family,
Okay.
and they're fine.
Okay.
She texts
Okay,
me
I
all the
know.
time. She calls and texts. She's fine. She sends me pictures. They're fine. She's happy, and everything's fine.
I know. Rachel's like, you know, she's disappeared. Gary doesn't know where she's at. You know, she's left the country. I have no idea, Gary, really, where they get these things. I really don't. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure she was okay.
Yeah,
She hasn't
she's
been
fine.
kidnapped or anything.
No.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
that's fine. I don't know where David is saying all this stuff. You know, she's left the country. She's with a cult, and I just don't. That's why I just called you directly, because I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
This just doesn't sound right. But,
Yeah.
But okay, no, that's fine. Because David and Daddy just have a lot of imagination and stuff. Believe me. So.
All right.
But, okay, I'll just talk with you later.
All right. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
What'd I tell you? I think some people probably every now and think, yeah, is this guy just fabricating stuff just to create content in his channel? Which you could. I mean, you could. I could definitely get creative and start making up stories on my channel and just lie just to try to grow the channel on drama. But I don't have to. It's real. This is real stuff, everybody. I told you. Now, you know, that was very calm words of what my brother's saying versus what he's texting me. It's like, oh my gosh, man. It's like, are you kidding me? My brother was the biggest rebel growing up, misbehaving with my parents, running away, doing devious things. Just really, I mean, just sincerely. My brother, he was the worst. When it came from my dad telling him to do something, he would fight tooth and nail not to do it. When my brother just disappear, I mean, I don't know how my mother survived, to be honest with you. Between Rachel and David, my oldest sister and my brother, all the things they did when they were teenagers, oh my gosh, you have no idea. I mean, my mother, I'm surprised she just didn't run away. I'm not lying. It was radical. And for my sister Leah, who just called, oh my gosh, there's even stories of her. Now, sure, for me, everybody has a story, but oh my gosh, I was just the one that watched all the craziness in front of my eyes. Yeah, craziness, everybody. Yeah, I think that's classic. I was just brought up my brother, and well, as we get up to town on the Sunday morning conversation, a little longer than I usually make it, but you know, a lot of times when I get in the truck, if my sidekick is with me, sometimes she just doesn't want the video on. You have no idea how many times she's been like, turn it off, Dad, just turn it off. I'm sick of it, Dad, I'm sick of it. But that's what brings the entertainment and the fun to the channel. Well, how about that, huh? When you go to McDonald's enough, you get a free sandwich. I just got a free breakfast. I just got redeemed my reward of a free breakfast. Here's the kid. Is Prince depressed? Doesn't seem so. Do you want him to be depressed? You know, it's just about, you know, is he missing me? Is he missing me? If he doesn't miss me, then if he misses me, I have to have it. Let's see here in my McDonald's order. So DC. All right, let's see here. Technology is incredible how everything we have ties into each other, and on my phone, you know, right now I have a code. I give them that code. That will tell them who I am, and they'll get my order ready, and I will have to pay for it. Pretty neat, or what? I think it's pretty neat.
McDonald's. Will you be using your mobile app today?
I do. DC55.
Gary?
Yeah.
Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you. How about that, huh? The ease, the convenience, and they move very quickly. It's pretty incredible how fast we can get our food these days. Isn't it incredible? I mean, borderline, you can get through this drive-thru faster than you make it at home. But people are like, but is it healthy for you? Something will get you, that's for sure. All right, here we go. I'm just getting a sandwich. I don't need a coffee or hash browns. I don't need all that stuff. I got a coffee. Don't need the extra food. Don't need the extra stuff. Rather eat less and eat more. I'm sure a lot of people on the same page. Now, after this, I gotta run by Home Depot. Oh, my friend Rick will be there. Those will be conversations. Yeah. Cracks me up on how they claim the post office to go out of business. Anybody remember these conversations? It's unbelievable. I'm talking about the post office where I live. This place has always got people standing in line, and the morons of society that think that technology is going to overrule everything. My good friend Bob texted me. I forgot all about him already. He called me yesterday. He goes, "Hey, I want to come by and work on my boat." And I said, if you don't call me in the morning, I will totally forget about you, which I have. So now he's like, what time are you around? What's unfortunate is Bob doesn't really know how to maintain a boat. So Bob gets this idea that he disconnects some of his water hoses and he doesn't fill his boat up with radiator fluid for the engine block and outdrive that'll protect it from cracking the block or the outdrive. So he didn't winterize it properly. So now we're in the unknown. I mean, I would say it's 50-50 shot that block didn't get frozen up with water in it. He didn't drain the water out of it. So it's like, okay. Yeah, so now that changes the dynamics of my day. Help my friend Bob. We gotta get his boat out from my backside of our property. That area's been really wet lately. I've gotten stuck back there before, so there's at least an hour project that I'm gonna help my friend try to get his boat up and running. So, oh boy.
Okay.
All right. Well, like I say, here's the thing. What's interesting is if I would have decided to go ride my motorcycle with my friend Chris and Shannon, then Bob, my good friend, he's a great friend. He's done a lot for me, so I'll by all means go out of my way to try to help him because he's helped me. But then I'd be like, oh, that's right, forget all about it. And he really does need my help to get his boat up and running. So yeah, oh well. But I get to thinking, I've got some water hoses. I got that big long water hose for my camper trailer. Got some other water hoses. I don't think I have to go and buy a water hose. Those water hoses, those things are so expensive. And sadly, the dogs ate them. I mean, for the record, Gypsy or Prince or somebody ate those water hoses. And so, brand new water hoses that I bought, I was at least $50 to $60 worth of water hoses gone. Yeah, and anybody out there that's on a fixed income, that stuff just really kicks you in the ass. I mean, people just don't get every time you got a $50 bill, $60 bill, $80 bill that, comes in the mail, or you have to replace something. It literally turns into just more fun to you. Here's Southern States. That's interesting. Southern States is no longer in this area. They're up there in Purcellville, and they're sitting there trying to sell some plants. We're gonna go through the town of Leesburg now. The folk are out. These are all, what do you think these things are? I guarantee $1.5 million properties, guaranteed, which is insane because you're in town. I'd be amazed. I mean, they're a minimum $1 million. And you're supposed to stop for the crosswalk people. You get to see good old downtown Leesburg. Boy, and I moved here in the 1990, 91. I mean, this town was a ghost town. Now, everybody's here. See that public telephone sign right there? I used to have a payphone. Right there. And did I ever go up and take that sign away? Nope. So that sign's been up now for probably about 25 years. Meaning I took that phone out probably in early 2000 years, so 20 plus years. That was a lousy location. It was a package of a guy that owned a bunch of gas stations. So that's in your business. Like, I've been in business in vending machines and air machines and payphones and all stuff. What happens is you got a guy that owns 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 gas stations, and it's the rule of thumb. Of those, it's the old 80-20 rule. 20% of the locations make 80% of the money. The other 80% make 20% of the money. That's a fact. If you get a guy with a bunch of stations, there'll only be like just a select few that make all the money. They just kind of carry their own weight, and some they don't even carry their own weight. Like everything else. So here's Shooters. So it's going to be obviously probably a restaurant. I've seen a lot of businesses come and go. Trans Am, that was a cool car. And there's Stanley Calkins. He used to be Calkins Jewelry. He and his brother, World War II veterans, had a nice jewelry store there. I went to my good friend when I met Stephanie. There's this incredible, beautiful diamond ring. Just a beautiful. And I wanted to buy that, but I didn't have the money. It was $3,500 back in 1996, and I didn't have the credit card. I didn't have the money. I didn't have money. My good friend Dick, that I'd been friends with for quite a few years, so I could have put like $1,000 towards it. I still owed like $2,500, and once my friend, and I said, "Would you help me out?" And he's like, "Nope." Like, nope. I'm thinking, oh my God, there's a lot more to the story of who he is and what I did with him and did things that he's like, no, I'm not lending you any money. All right, whatever. I would have paid him back, like, $200-300 a month, and so then I would have basically within a year's time, I would have paid him back, if not sooner, because it was such a great ring. So, oh well, stories. To do to go out of your way to get something for somebody else, and wow, what's my story of my life? Oh yeah, how much money have I spent? Now here's a piece of property that I guarantee is $2-3 million. This is the Eshkelon. I mean, look at all that land in the town of Leesburg. I mean, you know as well as I do. That's a $2 or $3 million piece of property. And here's the Catholic Church. We got a new pope, as everybody knows. What's this stink? I'm not even following it. Why is the liberals on X saying that the MAGA people are pissed of the new American pope that was picked? I'm not even reading it. I'm just seeing all these radical liberal people get on X that absolutely hate Donald Trump, hate conservatives, hate MAGA people, and they mouth off all day long that the MAGAs and conservatives are pissed off of the new Leo, the Pope. What's that all about? It's just incredible how many people on social media make money off of constant hate posting. All they post is hate, hate, and people play to that tune and intertwine and all this. If you go to X, you'll see what I'm talking about. There are just incredible, famous actors over there. They all day long, all they do is post the hate, and they make money off of X. I'm on the wrong page of life, man. I'm just too damn nice. I mean, oh my gosh. But how do you get off on that? These people are just scumbags in my book. In my world, these people are just scumbags. They just live off of hating other people. And then they portray themselves of, oh, I'm not the problem. Yeah, you're the problem, all right. And it was incredible how many of these big X people were on X. And when Trump came in, they all were saying, well, I'm leaving X, just to get, the hits. I'm leaving X, I'm going over to Blue Sky. Going over to Blue Sky, they couldn't get the same theme and followers because all the haters are on Blue Sky. So there was nothing for them to really, how could they attack their own haters? Think it through. You got to go to the more popular conservative social media site and be the hater of conservatives to get them all riled up to interact with you. That's where people make the mistake of interacting with these people. It's like you're just making them money and making them popular, and they'll just keep on doing it, you dummy. Stop interacting with these people. They'll go away if you just ignore them, but people won't do it. It's like, you're so stupid. So yeah, they go to Blue Sky and they post hate, but all their buddies are haters. Like, wait a second, I want to post that stuff. You can't post it. But who are we hating on in Blue Sky? Because there's no conservatives here to hate on. All right, I'm making my way back in. As we get up the road here. And my friend's going to be over about 11 o'clock. Time to get back in and get settled in. Then we got to get the boat out of the back 40 without getting stuck in the back 40 and get the boat hooked up for this and that. So there we go. If it even starts, he's got a dead battery. So we got to jump start that. The list goes on and on and on. So we shall see. Last time Bob was at my place is when Diesel got ran over. Last time Bob was there, Diesel got ran over. Wow. So I called the wife and told the wife, hey, get the garbage under control with a Tango Mango. He'll get into it and he'll tear it all apart. So what are you doing today? So she's going to try to dig up the correct paperwork for the real ID, because next Saturday we have an appointment like at 2 o'clock next Saturday to be at the DMV about an hour from here to get our real IDs. Charles was funny out there. He's like, who the hell sells a birth certificate? I'm like, hopefully your mother does. Yeah, the irony is I got mine right before my mother passed, and she knew exactly where it was. But anyway, so the wife's got to do that and other tasks, but she said she's going to run up the road and get a nice plant for the lady that saved Gypsy. So she's going to go by their house, a nice little card and a plant to hopefully, just give a gesture back for the kindness of what they did for us. So here we go. We go back in. I'm going to probably wrap it up here for now and then bring back more conversation shortly. It's a busy road. That's for sure. This area has got a lot of traffic. But my brother-in-law, he's using his new big RV camper, the bus style he got. That's kind of what I would probably have gotten. But the challenge for me is it's all about how you disappear and who takes care of all your problems. That's why I've said many times, going out and getting all these new puppy dogs. Wow. I mean, talking about being married to not being able to leave, wow, right? Yeah, did I create that? I sure did. So, but the good news is my sister and her husband are camping an hour away from where they live at a campground. See, that's where I just am different. I can't get excited about that. If I want to go camping, I want to go camping out in the back 40 where I'm out there by myself for the most part. where I've got a lot of space, just pulling up next to everybody else in a trailer park that just now is so-called a camper. I mean, I just can't get excited about that. I'm just like, really? The cesspool park? I mean, come on. Are you kidding me? So that's where I was. If I was going camping, I'd want to go out where I'm now, out in the back 40, and there ain't nobody else around. And if I want to go four-wheeling, dirt bike riding, just enjoy the scenery, that's what I think is fun. Not pulling up to the commercialized camping, trailer park. All different in this world, that's for damn sure, man. We all look at things so differently. It's incredible. So here we are back at compound. I'm gonna cut it off here. So then, do I make any Bob, my friend, boat adventures? Possibly. I think we're gonna cut it off here and call it the morning conversation. Yabba dabba doo. Anybody home? Anybody home? See, the property's looking good. Thank goodness. And it doesn't happen by accident, everybody. God bless.